Are black people treated differently in Hollywood? The inception in America is that black people have always been treated as second-class citizens. How come the portrayal of minorities in the film, media and entertainment industries is so different to how white people are portrayed? First, I'm going to be digging into the Oscars So White hashtag that the Karate Kid Will Smith's son started, that was then later adopted by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it started a pretty big uproar about the race issues within the media. This kind of dragged on a bit and then nothing really happened, and everyone started realising that the Oscars haven't nominated a single black person in 2 fucking years. What?
The outrage for the lack of diversity in this year's Oscar nominees.
But unfortunately, for the second year in a row, they did not nominate any black actors or actresses.
Drop it.
Man, I counted at least 15 black people on that montage. Hey!
Just to know, by the way, having a black guy on as your host to make you seem more diverse, or just as a nice gentle jab at Will Smith, makes you look even shittier. Just saying.
I will finish what you started.
Things are gonna be a little different. Things are gonna be a little different at the Oscars. This year, in the in memoriam package, it's just gonna be black people that were shot by the cops on their way to the movies.
Now, in my opinion, the inclusion of Chris Rock as the presenter of the Oscars was a fucking bad idea. But that show, with that unfunny cunt presenting it, that happened last year. This year's the one I'm talking about now. This is the problem that we're getting to. I feel like, again, we're going to have a year without black people being nominated for an Oscar. And that's a problem. If it's 3 years in a row, then what Will Smith has said is probably true. There has been a digression where the Academy have decided to turn around to black actors and black film and just kind of shunned it in a way. This shouldn't change how we feel about black people in film. If you don't like seeing someone black on screen, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's just your taste. It is slightly racist, just gonna put that out there, but if that's not your taste, that's not your taste. There's nothing wrong about that. But the Oscars is a big thing for actors and actresses and directors and producers and film writers. It's a big fucking thing, and getting an Oscar is like the highlight of your career. That moves me on to my second point with whitewashing. That's how people who aren't white get cast into films, and this is going to be a short segment, and this is really triggering me, okay? This is really triggering me. This is making me want to fucking kill myself. Now, it's a known fact the movie industry is overrun by white males. There has always been a lack of actors that come from other ethnic backgrounds or are of a different gender. But some films take the piss, and recently it's happened quite a bit that has actually made me enjoy these films a whole lot less. Now, a lot of the same type of roles are also given to the same people from the same ethnic backgrounds. For example, black people are usually either given that pitied victim role, or they're given the violent role, or the exotic sexualized role. Now that's what's usually common for black people. I'm not saying that's the role that every black person gets in every film they star in, but it's extremely common for that to happen. Now, for white people, it's completely different, and there's a much wider spectrum. You know what I mean? It's much more common for there to be a wider spectrum. As for people from other ethnic minorities, it's a bit slimmer. But a lot of people argue, and I kind of agree with this, is the fact that if you force diversity in your film, it can very quickly suck. And by that, I mean that you can get into it and realise, does this actually work? An example of this would be Star Wars. You have this black guy, Finn, right? And it was a great addition to Star Wars, having a first black lead role, but did it work? And I would say kind of, because I didn't thoroughly enjoy Force Awakens anywhere near as much as I have any other Star Wars, and they kind of did it again with Rogue One, and I felt it worked much better, but I can just see they're forcing diversity with the lead female roles, and it's just... Now that's just my opinion, and everyone has one, just like an arsehole. I'm done with this fucking video. Look, racism is bad, but don't force diversity in your films, otherwise it's gonna suck. Now, a quick shout out to my patrons. You guys are complete legends. You're on screen now. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me. I have recently lost my job as well. Not that any of you should really care. I just need to look for another job. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you share the video. Slap a like on it, leave a comment on your thoughts. Feel that cool as well, you can support my Patreon. That helps me pay for things like my phone bill and the ability to be able to put effort into these videos, because money gives me everything. Happiness. Hey!